Hello, this is a news video in my series, Reading Old Newspapers. Okay, first I always have to say is my audio sometimes breaks up while I'm recording this. It hasn't happened recently. I think they might have fixed the bug in my software that I'm using. But if it does, I still post it because I'm not redoing it. So if that happens, I'm sorry. We just move on. Okay. So basically, I have a newspapers.com subscription, and I get we go through the old newspapers. We do one newspaper from one city, and we pick a really early one, like an old one, and then a newer one. And yeah, I used to do two different cities, but I'm going to stay with one city now. Okay, let's go to the main. Whoops, that's an old video. Let's go to, I haven't done Panama. Panama City. Oh. Huh. Okay. Let's do Canal record. 1907. And we'll do September, October, November. We'll do September. Wednesdays only. And we'll pick the 25th. 6 pages. Okay, let's see what the Panama Canal, the Canal record. Oh man, the Canal record is issued free of charge, one copy each, to all employees of the Commission and the Panama Railroad Company, whose name are on the gold roll. This sounds really boring. (1907). Report on distilling plants. Here we go. A committee composed of Mr. George D. Brooke, Superintendent of Motive Power and Machinery, Mr. J. H. Holcomb, Division Engineer, Division of the Municipal Engineering, and Dr. T. S. Darling, Chief Board of Health Laboratory, Department of Health, was recently appointed to report on all matters in connection with the furnishings of distilled water for drinking and other purposes to the employees of the Commission. The report of the committee was exhaustive and covered the operation of the distilling plants at Ancon Hospital, Tivoli Hotel, Culebra, Empire, Las Cascada, Bas Obispo, Horgana. Is that HG as an H sound? Horgana Shop and Gatun. The distilling plants consist of the old French condenser, boilers, and tanks. Distilled water is in sufficient quality is furnished and delivered free of cost to all employees at the above named points, at an average cost of the Commission of 1 cent per gallon. An additional distilling plant is being erected at Tibernilla. All water supplied Cristobal, and Panama passes through mechanical filters. The committee recommended that additional plants be erected as circumstances dictated at Pedro Miguel Paraíso, Paraíso, Rio Grande, Bridge Number 53, Panama Railroad, Gamboa, Dumps, and Mindy. The committee recommended the use of an approved type of water cooler in lieu of those now in use, and also that the regular inspection of distilling plants should be made by the boiler inspector, and that the operations of the plant should be under the Division of Municipal Engineering, and that all analyses of water should be made by the Sanitary Department. Distribution of water is made by the Department of Labor, Quarters, and Subsistence. The recommendation of the committee has been approved. Colubra's highest shovel average. The total output of the 39 steam shovels in the Colubra Division on Tuesday, September 17th, was 34,116 cubic yards, of an average of 675 cubic yards per shovel. 6 of these shovels in the Pedro Miguel district excavated 6,000 cubic yards, an average of about 1,000 cubic yards per shovel, while the total excavation in the division has been exceeded when the greater number of shovels were in operation. The average per shovel is the highest thus far attained. Wow. Okay, let's go to page 2. Okay, let's read that. New Panama Railroad line. Oh, a new line. Work on the Panama Railroad, as it will be when the canal is completed, was begun in June, and on the 1st of September, over 2.5 miles of permanent new track and over 25,000 feet of temporary track has been laid. The work during June and July has been carried on simultaneously from 7 different points. Tracks were laid from the present main line of the railroad to points opposite Pedro Miguel, Gatun, Lion Hill, Gamboa, Miraflores, San Pablo, and La Boca Junction. Reports now available show that after 1,000 feet of track had been laid from Pedro Miguel to the site of the new location, a high trestle was completed between Pedro Miguel and Miraflores, and a steam shovel was put in position to make a necessary cut opposite the Pedro Miguel yard. At Gatun, 2,700 feet of track was laid from the main line to the points where the new line will pass Gatun. This track makes it possible to reach the site of the new line known as the Gatineau fill between Gatun and Lion Hill. As this fill will require about 3 million cubic yards, it is desirable to begin work at once. During July, a steam shovel on the new line at Gatun completed a cut that had to be made opposite the big dam. By laying 3,000 feet of track from Lion Hill, dirt trains now have an access to another big fill that had to be made on the new line between Lion and Tiger Hills. At Gamboa, during the last 3 months, a steam shovel has moved 800 feet from the main line and operated so as to aid the first work on the piers for the 1,320-foot bridge that must be built at this point. In the vicinity of Sao Paulo, 8,000 feet of track was laid to prepare the way for the work of 2 steam shovels and a grading plant, which during July completed the preparation of the new line at that place. Before the entire line is finished, about 10 million cubic yards of fill must be made. During June, July, and August, while the details of the construction plan of this new line were being prepared, about 500,000 cubic yards of fill were actually put in place. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next page. Okay, let's look at this. Health report for August. Marked improvement shown. To the chairman, Isthmian Canal Commission, Calibra Canal Zone. Sir, I herewith forward you report for Sanitary Department for the month of August. As compared to with July, there is a considerable improvement in most of the rates. In July, among our Negro employees, we had 98 deaths, giving us an annual rate for the month of 42.58 per thousand. In August, in the same class, we had 76 deaths, giving us an annual rate for the month of 31.26. Quite a marked improvement. The annual rate for the month of July for all employees was 35.43. The same rate for August was 27.59. For our total population, the annual rate of July was 41.46. The same rate for August, 33.75. There has been a gratifying decrease in pneumonia for the month. In July, we had 30 deaths from this disease. In August 20, all the deaths from pneumonia occurred among our Negro employees. For August of 1906, we had 60 deaths among the employees from this disease. Quite a marked decrease. It was 60 deaths? What was it before? 30. Uh-huh. Among our 4,200 American whites, we had only 3 deaths, which would give us a yearly rate for the month of 8.57. The constantly sick rate for the month was gratifyingly small, being 28 per thousand. Very respectfully yours, Sergeant W.C. Gorgas? Or is it Horgas? Horhas. Chief Sanitary Officer. Holy smokes. For the white people, it was 3 deaths. Negroes, it was 96. Holy smokes. And then 60 deaths among employees from pneumonia. 1906. 30 deaths in July. Huh. Oh, malaria. Okay, let's move on. I could read all that, but I'm trying to get to different pages. This looks not very interesting. I'm going to skip this page. What's this? Second conviction for murder. Sanson Hakakoa, Martinian Martiniquan laborer, was tried in the circuit court at Empire on September 20th and found guilty of murder in the first degree. Jack Gakwa was charged with the murder of Matthew Malayak at Empire on August 11th. This is the second conviction for murder in the courts of the Canal zone. That's Jacquat. Jacquat? Jacquat? I don't know how you say his name. Oh, there's a little chart here. Silver employees. Artisans, laborers. I don't know what that is. Okay, let's move on. Misdirected letters. The following insufficient addressed letters originating in the United States and its possession have been received in the office of the Director of Posts, Ancon CV, and may be secured on request of addressee. I don't know what that means. Okay, let's move on. What the heck is this? Commissary prices? Commissary prices for week ending September 20th. Per pound. Lamb for stewing, 11 cents, I assume. Mutton, entire forequarter, 10 cents per pound. Veal cuts, 21 cents. Oh, what's 26.20? Of that 26 cents. Bacon, English breakfast sliced, 26 cents. Sweetbreads veal, $1.20 per pound. That's the highest price. 12 and a half. What's that? Steak round, 12 and a half. Whew. 12 and a half cents. That's 20. Let's see what else here. Cheese, Camembert, 28 cents per pound. Bananas per dozen, 5 cents per dozen. Like I've said this before, nowadays if you lose a dollar coin, it doesn't mean much. But in the old days, this 1907, a dollar, it says here, peaches 10 cents per pound, For $1, you can buy 10 pounds of peaches for 10 cents. So losing $1 means so much more. Oh, look at the cigars. After supper cigars. Old price 3 cents. New price 2.5 cents. That's not bad. It's gone down. Tobacco drum. Drummond's Natural Leaf. 25 cents. Old price. New price 20 cents. Price changes. Okay, that's fun. Let me look through here. Okay, move on. Oh, I think this is it. Just a bunch of names. That's it. That's it for the Canal record. Okay, let's go back. Let's try something else in Panama City here. 1909. La Prensa. La Prensa. 1909. Let's try 1996 then. 1996. 2000. Let's try 2000. 2000. February, let's do Wednesday. Woo! There's 58 pages. Of course, because it's now in the year 2000. La Prensa. Wait a second, it's not even in English. Sorry, dudes. I can't read this. Uh-oh, some unrest there. Well, that changes everything. Oh, Steve Jobs is on the cover. Let's try 1996. It's probably still going to be in different language. Yeah, it's a different language. Well, I'm going to shut the video off short then. Unless you want to read some more of the Canal record from 1915. See if anything's changed. What? How many years ago? 4 years. It's 8 years. Nah. Let's call this. We're just going to call it the end. Usually the videos go like till 40, 50 minutes. But this is, I can see now, it's 25 minutes basically. So I'm just going to do that. Okay. Panama. It was Panama, wasn't it? Panama City. Okay. Um. Huh. Signing off. Remember, live your life and see what happens. Okay, later.